2025, 7 p.m. First order of business is a Pledge of Allegiance. Would you join me in a Pledge of Allegiance? The tradition has been at this time to have a invocation. Is there anyone that would like to give an invocation? Now we'll just have a moment of silence. Okay, Kim, would you call the roll? Here. All right, consent agenda. Motion to approve the consent agenda by Mark. All in favor? Any opposed? Hear none. The consent agenda is approved. Public comments. Tim? Hey, new business. New business. We're going to open a public hearing on the wireless support structure located at 2500 Technology Drive. Entertain a motion to open a public hearing. Move. All in favor? Any opposed? The public hearing is open and we do have a speaker. That's your cue. Yes. Got the microphone on? Okay.
Do I need to use it or can you hear me?
Well, it's better if you speak right in it so that anybody recording and everything picks it up.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Hello, my name is Taylor and I'm here representing Selective Solutions on behalf of Robert Bell to build the aforementioned cell tower. And Todd provided you with the staff report that pretty much has all the information. I've also provided you with this additional presentation that I'm going to go through here quickly and then see if you guys have any questions. And I apologize. This is my first meeting that I've ever done, and they decided to let me do it by myself. So you're going to get what you get tonight. So I'm going to talk to you about the project here. We are going to be removing the wireless support structure that's on top of the existing billboard. So the billboard will remain, but the wireless support structure will come down, and we're going to be building a 115-foot monopole that's going to have a 5-foot lightning rod on top. We've already gone through a variance to get our setback variance approved. And then we went and we had the planning and zoning meeting, which we got unanimous approval with conditions to landscape and just add plastic fabric to that fence. So this project will allow 2 additional co-locations. So 2 more carriers can join this cell tower. So then they won't have to put one up of their own. We're going to improve the 5G coverage and E911 coverage, and it's going to allow for future development as that billboard could not structurally handle the new antennas because they're much bigger. And then I've included the survey, which was also included in the packet, and that just kind of shows you the setbacks to the property lines. And then a enlarged view showing how we're going to change the compound. We're going to be increasing it to allow the other carriers to put their equipment in there. Site plan kind of showing the same thing. And then the tower elevation to show you that those 2 additional carriers can join. And then the fall zone letter, this is the, no, thank you. I can probably turn. The fall zone letter, which shows that this tower is made with what we call a pinch point, which means that in the event of a extreme weather event, that the cell tower will actually break and it will fall like just in on itself and fall within the compound. The next one is just an aerial view just to show you this parcel, show you that this parcel is triangular in shape, which is why we had to go through a setback variance. The next 2 pages will show you photo simulations just to show you what the site will look like after that support structure is removed from the top of the billboard and the monopole is constructed. After those 2 is what we call tow air, which is just us running that information, the height of the cell tower and the location, just to make sure that it's not gonna cause any problems with any airplanes, and it will not. And then the next 2 pages are just, I'm required to bring up that there is a Missouri state statute, regarding cell towers, and there is a Federal Telecommunication Act. And then, in closing, I will just really open it up to questions and also see if we can do 2 readings tonight. It will save me a trip because I will have to come out if we do another reading, and I work from home in Festus a lot. So I figured it doesn't hurt to ask if we can do it.
Well, thanks for putting this together. And each time you, Pat, so great job.
Thank you.
So I had a question, not a cell tower expert by any means. See, um, are there any guidelines on up to?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. So there are no wires. This is a monopole. So it will be just like the fat ones that you see out there that's just single standing alone. It's not a lattice structure that kind of comes out into a triangle and there's no wires. So the lines that you're seeing on these pictures are just measurement lines. It will just be a monopole, which it is a little hard to see because the picture is small on those photo sim pages.
That extent to weather-related event lapsing on itself. Can you found a little bit more on that? Is it like a telescoping pole that drops in on itself, or does it designed to fall a specific way?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is designed to fall a specific way. There is a pinch point, is kind of what we call it, located on the monopole. Up, I want to say it's like 50 feet from the top. I'd have to look at the exact number, but basically, it will just break and fall over. Like if you imagine if you broke a toothpick, but it was hanging on just a little bit, that's kind of what it would do. So it would fall within the compound. But this is not really going to happen. It would have to be an extreme weather event for it to happen. We have lots of pictures, which now I wish I brought, of cell towers still standing after tornadoes have come through. So that's going to be on a very rare occurrence, but it would just like break off and fall into the compound. You're welcome.
Any other questions?
I have a question regarding hours like this. It's all new to me too. How long does it take to build and put just a rough?
Well, the whole process, to go through like the zoning and all that, that of course takes some time. But if we were to show up on site to construct it, stacking a monopole would take you like 30 minutes. My boss always says if you don't show up on time, you're going to miss it because they stack them very quickly.
Would this hurt the business at all? The old auto place right there?
No, not at all. And the owner is actually very happy with us doing it.
And also, can we ask what carriers will be on the tower?
I don't know what additional to, but the anchor tenant will be T-Mobile. So it will be available to 2 others that may want it.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Is there anyone else to speak on this issue on the public hearing? Okay, entertain a motion to close the public hearing? Oh, to continue it, yes, unless you don't approve a second reading, they have a motion to continue it until the next meeting. Motion to continue, second by Carla. Favor? Okay, so the public hearing will be continued if a second reading is not approved. Okay. Uh, Entertain a motion to rebuild 2512 by title only for the first time. So moved. Keith?
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none. Bill 25 title only for the first time.
Ordinance of the City of Dardenne Prairie, Missouri, approving a conditional use permit for a wireless support structure located at 2500 Technology Drive.
Any discussion or debate?
Postpone second reading until the next Alderman meeting.
Got a motion by Keith to postpone the second reading and a second by Laura to postpone. All in favor? Any opposed? Hear none. The will be postponed till the second reading will be postponed and the first meeting in March. A motion to read Bill 2513 by title only for the first time. Favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none. Mac, would you read Bill 2513 by title only?
An ordinance of the City of Dardenne Prairie, Missouri, approving a record plat for approximately 3.04 acres of real property located on Bates Road, commonly known as Dragonstone Subdivision.
Any discussion or debate?
I'd like to, this is a property that has already been somewhat, the basics have already been put in, the roads are already there, the retention pond's already there, everything's in place. It was delayed due to COVID and stuff like that at that time. I don't know why we would sit on this anymore. I think we ought to move ahead with a second reading.
Okay. Entertain a motion for a second reading on Bill 2513.
Telling a reason.
Well, it's already been brought a couple years ago to the board and approved and everything. This is just to, since it's been delayed, move forward with it.
Yeah, I see it as just a formality to get it moving forward with it.
Yeah, so it's more administrative.
It was the first time around, yes. Oh, it's been through the process.
This department. I guess that's my point. So it's more administrative, so
Just
would always
apply.
do a second reading.
Okay,
Second, I believe.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Heck, would you read Bill 2513 by title only for a second time?
An ordinance of the City of Dardenne Prairie, Missouri, approving a record plat for approximately 3.04 acres of certain real property located on Bates Road, commonly known as Dragonstone Subdivision.
Discussion or debate?
For a roll call vote?
Got a
Second.
motion for a roll call vote and a second by Keith. All in favor? Or Kim, call the roll.
Aye.
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 I declare Bill 2513 as ordinance 2349. Okay, I entertain a motion to read Bill 2514 by title only for the first time.
So moved.
First by Keith, second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none. Mac, would you read Bill 2514 by title only?
An ordinance of the city of Garden Prairie, Missouri, approving the fourth amended PUD final plan for a certain development commonly known as the Prairie Encore, located in the city of Garden Prairie, Missouri.
Okay, this is to
This,
be considered administrative.
I would say this is another one that was brought to us, where they wanted to put, garages in, and we, unanimously, along with the planning and zoning, told them, no, we will not lose any more parking spots and stuff like that.
I believe it's ever come in front
Oh,
of
this didn't come to, okay. I thought it,
all planning and zoning.
my mistake. I heard in planning and zoning, my mistake.
Not give us an open. That was at the planning and zoning.
Okay, it's a plan to put in some covered parking and some garages. I think they were going to. Go ahead. Right. With no loss of parking. They added in, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a viewing of it so we can look at it? Number two, is there a way to add more? That's my question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if you want to bring it forward and show the.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the board. My name is Sean Ackley with Ingenuity here on behalf of Mia Rose. Here asking for approval for the fourth amended final development plan for the Prairie Encore. As stated, we are proposing 32 carport spaces to the north of the apartment building and 12 on the west side. As talked about, we're not losing any parking. We're able to squeeze one more in. And so, as Todd said, this was determined to be a minor change. And as you're all aware, the site is under construction. And so, if possible, we would like to request for 2 readings tonight as well.
How'd you land on the number?
Don't know the exact answer to that. The ownership does an analysis, cost benefit analysis on what the extra fees they'll get from it, but I'm not sure exactly how they ended up with 44. Correct. The 32, yeah. So it's a row of 16 back to back, correct? No, there's 12. So it's kind of hard to see under the hatching, but the columns are every other space. Sure. Well, I mean, there are no assigned parking as far as I know, and so it's not like these are only for the people on this side of the building, right? Those spaces would be correct, but